If you play Pokemon Gold, Silver, or Crystal, I want to ask you a question. Do you remember this legend? Youngster Joey. You might remember this little boy from Route 30 in Pokemon Gold. He has only one Pokemon with him, and it's Rattata. That cute little purple rat is the only Pokemon he ever uses the entire game. I looked online to check his teams to see if he ever used any other Pokemon with him, and no, he never did. He just evolves his Rattata. And that gave me the crazy idea. Pokemon TCG Pocket. What if I create a challenge based on Youngster Joey and his Rattata? That's it. So for the challenges, you have to use his one Pokemon, which is Rattata, so you can use 2 Rattata, 2 Raticate. The second challenge is you have to just get 1 win, just 1 win in the TCG player playlist. That's all you need. This is the deck, and so you're gonna get double Rattata, double Raticate. You get 2 potions, 2 X speeds, 2 Pokeballs, 2 hand scopes, 2 red cards, 2 Professor's Research, 2 Giovanni, and 2 Sabrina. I'm here to avenge little Youngster Joey, man. I'm coming in here with a Rattata and a Raticate, and I'm about to show everybody in TCGP what's going on. Alrighty, man. This first one, I'm not gonna hold you guys, man. This first one kind of made me mad. Look at me fighting this freaking Charizard deck, man. I was upset. I kind of red carded myself into this thing and kind of gave them the pulls. This game was already done, and I had to let this one go. This one was chalked. I was already ready to get out of that one for real. I'm not gonna hold you. Next game, yes, Articuno. Lord have mercy. Do you just see what I'm dealing with? Oh, Rattata against an Articuno. Yeah, it's chalked. Let's go ahead, just chalk this one up. Let's go ahead and move to the next game because you ain't beating no Articuno, not like that. Not off that rip. No way. Next game. We got a, what was this? Oh, this was the Froakie. Oh my goodness. It was like a Froakie Vaporeon deck, man. Not gonna lie. This thing was a little annoying to deal with. I was having a little bit of success, but not gonna hold you. Once that Vaporeon came out and got all the energy on, it was curtains, man. There was really nothing I can do. I was struggling. This Raticate just does not do enough damage. We concede again, man. Next game, let's get this one. This Joey challenge is insane, man. I don't know how that little boy was only using Rattata and Raticate as his only Pokemon. Had nothing in the back. This man was really believing Rattata like that. And I was like, okay, man. And I said, this deck, I tried this deck out and it's just been a struggle. But this is not too many games though. I just been starting. I think this is my 4th game. And so we hit a red card here. In the red card, that was actually a pretty good one. That actually kind of helped me out. Right now, I'm looking at the board and I'm thinking like, I could possibly win this early. If my opponent don't have any Pokemon in his hand, it's gonna be over. I was like, this Rattata is about to go in and Eradicate and smash, and we could possibly win this. So here we go. Professor's Research. Hey, don't y'all hate it every time you see your opponent use Professor's Research? You like, 2 more cards, man, dang. Every time I see it, I hate it. I cringe a little bit every time I see it. Of course, I love when I get it, but when I see my opponent use it, I'm not gonna hold you. That me making me mad. All right, Horsey hits me here for 20, and we don't care about that. We got potions sitting in the back. We're good. Hand scope is pulled, and that, you know, I can't really do much with that without my red card that I was already inside the discard pile. But, you know, we do what we can. So my Rattata is full health. Let's go ahead and get our Raticate out here, and let's start biting. Bam! Biting this man. Okay, here we go. Horsey has 20 HP. Nothing left to do but back up. Go ahead and retreat that. Another Professor's Research. Of course, yeah, I was pretty mad. I'm not gonna hold you. I was like, again? Like, what's the likelihood of him getting both Professor's Researches, man? I'm not gonna hold you, man. Red card be killing me, but you know, red card does great for everybody else, right? He throws down that Lapras, and that's what scared me. I was like, oh man, he got that EX back there. And I was like, this is going to be a very, very tough fight because I know that's going to be his ace. And I'm like, that's a lot of HP that I'm going to have to trickle down with 40 attack power. This is not going to be good. And yeah, he gets Bruxious in here. And you know what he's going to want to do. He's going to want to give me a little damage and then just start knocking out my mons. Got another Raticate. Go ahead and get that evolved right here. Put our energy on our Raticates. Good to go. And let's get to biting, honestly. Let's go ahead and get to biting. And right now, we're looking good. The board looks good. I mean, we got Horsey kind of almost dead. Bruxious is kind of hurt, but we know Bruxious is about to get ready to start getting at us so he can start to, you know, attack for that extra damage. So right now, I'm looking at my board. I'm like, okay, I need to come up with something. Of course, he uses a potion. Man, I'm like, ah. And the thing is when bite only takes 40, anytime anybody heals or anything like that, you just slap your head and just like, oh my God, man, like, come on, I don't even do that much damage. We had scope here. I just kind of want to take a look, and I'm like, Blastoise, Golduck. I'm like, man, this person built a heck of a water deck. I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do here. So right here, I decide to retreat into my backup Raticate because he wasn't damaged. And so that way, his brushes can't get that extra damage on me. So now when he hits me now, it's only going to take 10. This was a good play by me. I was sitting here, letting my opponent go, and I was just thinking to myself, like, man, that was smart. What a smooth way to just retreat him, get my other one back in here, and now he can't knock out my Mon. So I'm like, perfect. And now this Bruxish is about to die, so my opponent has to back him up. I'm like, let's go. Now Psyduck comes in. Psyduck's gonna hit me for 10, and now I can't use supporter cards on my next turn. That does kind of suck, but we didn't get a supporter card. We got the red card. So I'm like, cool. I'm like, you know what, man? I know he has that Psyduck. I was like, let's go ahead and hit this red card real quick. Put that Psyduck back into the deck and hope that that reshuffle was on our side. We get to bite in here. Go ahead, bite the Psyduck. I really want to get this Mon out of here because I do not want him to be evolving into that Psyduck, because Psyduck takes 70 and that will definitely kill both of my Mons. So I'm like, I need to get Psyduck out of here as soon as I possibly can. I'm like, this is something you want to do. Bruxish comes back in. My opponent thinks they're just a genius. They're playing the best way that they can, actually, and that's actually a great move. I was just hating, but you do what you got to do. So I was just sitting here like, dang, here we go, boom. We got his little hit off for 70, and now my first Raticate's out of here. Not gonna hold you, man. I was pretty mad about this. I was like, dang. I was like, okay, we got one Pokemon left. Let's see what we can do here. All right, we got an XP that has no value at all to us. So now we're just gonna put another energy on, get to biting, take the brushes out. All right, and I'm happy about this now. I'm like, okay. I'm like, here we go. But in my mind, I'm still looking at that Lapras, y'all. Look at that Lapras that is sitting back there with 140 HP that is just ready to take a bunch of hits. And it's only gonna need 3 turns to set it up. So that's what I'm thinking, like, oh no, man, come on. So anyway, I'm sitting here. My opponent evolves the Golduck, okay? So my opponent evolves the Golduck, but he had to retreat it, so he lost the energy. I got lucky on that. I got so lucky. And so I was like, okay, cool. I could possibly get this Mon down. Pass his turn, good. My turn to do it. And so my opponent was not banking on me having a Giovanni, and Giovanni popped up perfectly. I was like, yes, let's go. This is gonna put pressure on my opponent. Get him out of here, because my opponent was going to win. If I did not pull that Giovanni, that would have been it. I would have lost right there. Run would have been over. So I was like, okay, here we go. Let's keep this going. Horsey's back in. I'm like, okay, there goes Horsey. And I'm like, wait, why didn't he put his EX up? I'm like, what would he be doing? And I'm not gonna hold you. My opponent's trolling right now. Look. So he evolves his Horsey into Seadra. So he's sitting here like this, and I'm just looking like, what is he gonna do? Is he not gonna give me Lapras? I thought he was gonna just take the L. That's what I thought he was doing. My opponent was trolling me. He was trying to act like he was going to leave it there and just pass turn, and then he puts in his Lapras, which is something he could have done from the jump. But he was just trying to meme me. I was like, okay, that's fine. All right, so I got my potion here. So I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and do this. Attach this energy. It's going to take 3 turns for that Lapras to set up. So, all right, I'm like, okay, I got 3 hits. That's already 120. I'm like, okay, this might be something. I might be able to make a play because Lapras will not be ready unless he has Misty. If he's playing Misty, I was like, then we're gonna be in trouble with hits. War Turtle comes out. I'm already kind of scared because I'm like, oh no, War Turtle's out of here. I was like, this is about to be a thing. I'm like, War Turtle and Blastoise get up on here. That's another Mon. I'm like, that's another Mon he's gonna be able to switch into. So I'm sitting right here. I'm just thinking I could possibly win this. I'm like, oh my goodness, if I can get a Sabrina, this would be great. That's what I'm thinking, right? Okay, we get a Pokeball here. Another dead card. I'm like, okay, we got another dead card. Let's just go ahead and use it and get it on out of here. I'm just like, man, I'm like, you know what? let's go ahead and heal right now, just in case anything goes on. I'm like, I just need to be full heal. Let's just do it. So I did it. All right, we're gonna go bite again. Let's get this bite. All right, so now my opponent's at 60 HP on their Lapras. That's still 2 hits for me. And I'm like, man, I'm like, ugh, and I hate that. I hate when I'm like, if I had any other Pokemon, I would be great in this situation, but I'm not. I have to 2-shot this Pokemon. And there is the Misty play, bro. I am mad. Right here, I'm just looking, just shaking my head like, come on, come on, come on, black, 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 black. That's what I'm saying. And we hit black. Let's go. I'm like, yes, let's go. So he cannot get any extra energy. Our run is still alive, man. This is such a close match, and it is definitely on my side. He red cards me, and I was like, what is he doing? Gives me the Sabrina, and I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm like, yes. I'm like, this dude done smoked something on that. Gave me the Sabrina. So I'm like, all right, perfect. Come on out here. And so he's thinking, you know, he has to put out War Turtle. War Turtle is the only thing he can do. I'm like, all right. I'm like, wait a minute. Now, how many cards did I use? I was like, I got 1 extra Sabrina. I was like, I played 2 Sabrina. I got 1 more Sabrina. I was like, let me check this person's hand. What they got? I'm like, a Bruxish and a Sabrina. I'm like, okay, Sabrina's a dead card. Bruxish again. I'm like, all right. Let's just put our energy on. Let's get to biting. Now, this is it here, right here. Okay. Now, both of my opponents' back end Pokemon are now 1-shot. And now we have the Lapras that's 2-shot. So I'm still looking at this like, what are they going to do, man? I'm like, they're gonna put the brushes down. They're gonna start doing this stuff. There's another mon that they can use. And he brings up the Lapras. Lapras comes up. I check again because I forgot. I'm like, did I use 2 Sabrina? Because now both of his Pokemon back there are hurt. And I pulled another Sabrina. I cannot believe I did it. I was so happy. My second Sabrina came up. I don't know why he didn't put Bruxish down. And I play Sabrina, and the game is over. GG's. We completed the Youngster Joey challenge in 4 matches. Let's go. Man, we barely got that one, man. I want to know if anybody can beat this challenge faster than me. Get those Rattatas out there and try to see if you can get this win, man. I want to see what you guys can do. Let me know down in the comments, man. Like the video if you enjoyed this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one.